We got beat on the time too.
How much time we just waste?
Fuck, man. Well, let's get going.
3:21.
3:21. I don't even know what that is, but here we are. Week 6. Phone's ringing already. Jesus
Potential
Christ.
spam.
Potential spam.
Put that over there where it vibrates on carpet.
Man. All right. So
let's get right into it.
Yeah, we got to now because fuck, we're running out of time.
Well, we've been advised.
Yeah.
Jump into it.
The boss has spoken. Man, we're still learning this. So we had some technical difficulties this morning. Jumped right in, couldn't find forgot the SD card. Had to go back, get that. Couldn't find the charger.
Yeah.
Figured it the fuck out though.
We did. We got pretty lucky. Thanks, Rihanna, for cleaning in here. So we can find stuff later.
Yeah, got clothes hung up.
Yeah, it was good, man. Yeah.
What was not terrible. So
let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
This is because you asked me what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
This is one it sits in the back of my mind.
Okay.
And and I've talked to you about this before. It's the one that it will challenge myself, the family, ability to make memories and go out west and travel, and that's big game hunting.
Okay. What was big game to you though? Like anything, a deer,
big
pig, deer.
I'll tell you what,
bigger?
anything. Actually, I do say it loosely.
Yeah.
Anything that's not a deer, goose, or duck.
Something that's not around here.
Something that's not around here.
You want something a little more exotic, maybe.
Oh.
Maybe an elk, maybe a bear.
Yeah.
Maybe a caribou.
I'd like to work up.
I got you.
So let's start I said the 2 would be, I'd like to go do a pig with you.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do an alligator.
Same.
I think that's a thing, right? You can
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I have tentatively talked with my buddy about going within the next year or so alligator hunting.
Okay.
In Florida. So I'm pretty fortunate. Right? I've got some connections scattered about the country.
Oh, you got friends?
Yeah, I mean, I got some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm popular too. No, so I've just been fortunate enough to make some good connections with, like, working through the nonprofit that I'm kind of like affiliated with through obviously through real estate, getting to know people all over the country.
Yeah.
So like places like California, Alaska. A lot of places along the East Coast, Florida, South Carolina.
That's where I start. I gotta pitch it to the family first.
Yeah, so. no doubt. And that's what was so great about us going when we go pig hunting every year. And I've been going, at least once a year for, I don't know, 5-6 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a great time because it's something different. We get jacked up about it because we don't have pigs around here, right? To them, it's just a nuisance, just another thing. But it is. It's fucking awesome, man. I mean, we hunt them just like deer.
How do you hunt them?
Just like deer, out of a tree stand. We'll bait them up.
Out of a tree stand?
Yeah, we'll bait them up.
What do you bait them with?
Corn, peanuts, molasses.
Peanuts?
Dude, they sell this corn peanut mixture down there that is, it smells like you just open up a jar of Jiffy. And you crack that bag open and you start spreading.
Make yourself a little sandwich.
Dude, it's hard not to. And you know what else we found is like a pretty good attractant is Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid powder.
Wow.
And the big thing, so we'll put out corn.
Who doesn't like Kool-Aid anyway? You're saying that goes all the way down to the animal kingdom.
100%. So I'll give you a for instance. A couple years ago, I flew down there by myself.
I got big buck on a fucking grape, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, grape was the flavor as well.
Oh.
So right before I got down there, they had a massive rainstorm, flooded out the bottom of my buddy's property. So the tree stands in areas we were going to hunt had been baited up for weeks. We couldn't even get to. They were under like 3 feet of water. So we're like, all right, well, we're just going to adapt and we're going to figure this the fuck out. So we go to this trail and, nothing has been there. No bait, no nothing. We got a few 100 pounds of corn and we dumped a bait pile here, a bait pile here. We sprinkled grape Kool-Aid all over the place.
Out.
Just cracked it all over the corn, threw it all up in the trees. I mean, it smelled like it just smelled like grape juice all around the woods.
It smelled like 7-Eleven just walked into an old Lone Star.
Dude, I'm telling you. And then so I built a little ground blind right on the ground in between the two bait piles.
What'd you build that out of?
We just sawed trees.
Just
sawed like branches and piled it up.
How much cover do you need for a pig?
A decent amount.
Is it their sight or their scent?
Really both. They're just like deer. I think they're a little bit a little bit less wary than deer because they get so fucking hungry and fanatical about eating.
Yeah. That's what it seems like. They are like, if they're on some shit, like they're like on like a rut. But
it's like they can't tell themselves.
Yeah.
It's like they can't help themselves. They have to fucking eat. Right? They're big slobs.
Yeah. Okay.
So we put the brand new bait piles out, grape Kool-Aid powder, built a blind, sitting there, and I was in between the two. So I was like probably 40 yards one way to one pile, 40 yards another way. And we're sitting on the ground with a shotgun. 12 gauge shotgun. And
shooting a slug, or
slug. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Just like I said, just like deer. And I would say maybe like 2 to 3 hours later, I just happened to look over my left shoulder, and there was fucking 3 pigs already on that bait pile. Just they had smelled it, and so I turned around, pulled the trigger, dropped one to the ground. They're like, holy fuck, that's crazy.
So what's the turnaround? So you just like,
and
they train you on like, if you shoot one, you should expect 30 minutes later another one walks right back up?
So this isn't a guide service. It's just on a buddy's property.
I'm saying as far as they knowing, like, is it like deer? Like once you usually hit a deer, sometimes you get a couple walk back in immediately.
No,
but after that, it's like you're done.
No, you're not done. No, you're not done. If you got time, you stay.
The pigs will keep just rolling up.
I shot 2 that night. I shot one on that bait pile, and right at dusk, I started seeing some other ones crossing the path, and I was able to shoot a second one.
Okay.
And
where do you aim? Same deer?
Yeah, right behind the shoulder. Okay. Yeah, with a 12 gauge, it's gonna do the job.
Yeah.
Now that second one, I actually had to track. We had to follow blood trail, and we found it. But headshots are better.
They got okay.
So if you got something smaller like a 223 or 5.56 or something like that, you
can like my H&R, like that's a 20.
I shot one with a 20 gauge slug.
Yeah, I love my H&R 20 gauge. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah, no, I shot a 250 plus pound boar right behind the shoulder and dropped it in his tracks. So it'll get the job done. Now it did,
So is the head better for a pig? Do they run far?
So just knowing the landscape and how ignorant those things could be, I really don't want to track them through this thick shit that they go. I'd rather them just die right there. Because they're mean. I mean, they'll charge you, you know what I mean? They'll fuck you up.
I was told that the Greek mythology with them is they're the only animal that knows how to, they know how to kill a human as far as like hitting your femoral artery.
That's what I've heard that too.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
They know where to strike. Not like a tiger or something. It's just like they're gonna fucking hit anywhere. They'll maul you up.
No.
But this one's like, knows right where to hit you.
I mean, if you take one of them tusks to the leg, it's gonna fuck you up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun though. It's exciting. You know what I mean? The noises they make, and at nighttime, just pitch black. Because we hunt with night vision a lot too. So you'll sit there at night and you'll hear them squealing and running and growling and shit, dude. It's like something out of a horror movie sometimes.
Where did you hunt that for these?
These were in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Yeah. So as you hunt in South Carolina, what else do you have to watch out for? Just snakes? Like how do you? Because here in Delaware, we have the privy of like, just go out in your flip flops, go walk to your deer stand. We have no natural predators.
No. There's like what do we have? Some cottonmouths and like. But it was so few and far between.
Yeah.
But like we got coyotes, but I don't have to worry about them. No, really. So boars, there's poisonous snakes down there depending on time of year. I'd like to go in the wintertime, so they're not around.
Okay.
Coyotes, I don't think they bother you. I've seen a bobcat down there before, but again, I don't really know. There's been somebody close by had got like a picture of a cougar or some big cat on their trail camera.
Well, I just asked because one time when I went turkey hunting in Virginia, I ignorantly sat underneath a bunch of trees. I ignorantly walked and sat everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the guy who lived on that farm sent a picture of a giant, what are they? I don't know, some type of fucking whatever snake. I don't know. Remember what it was.
I don't know.
I know it was poisonous. It was a big old rattlesnake, I guess. I don't fucking know what they have.
We got a lot of rattlesnakes down there.
Yeah.
Virginia, yeah.
Yeah, so, dude, he had it up on a hand pole for trimming bushes.
Yeah.
And dude, he was, holding it up like this. And I was like,
dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was telling, I hunted with one of my buddies, and I was like, Todd, if we'd have got a bit in the ass where we were, it's a rat.
Were you around like Union Hill?
No, I was at Mr. Dooley's property.
Okay.
In Toronto,
okay,
Virginia.
Well, I don't know if it's anything like Union Hill area where you're fucking 45 minutes from a hospital.
It would have been a 45-minute ride.
Fuck.
So then it would have been 45 minutes to a car.
Yeah.
Then 45 minutes to. I was like, I'm an idiot, dude.
Yeah, we don't have to think about that. I'm glad we don't have to think about that.
We don't.
Here.
So, how much? So what do people get when they shoot a pig? What do you normally get chopped up as far as like your dressings?
Dude, I've learned that I like the loins. Just keep the loins whole, the back straps, and just get everything else made into fucking sausage. Right? If you want to do all breakfast sausage, there's an old hillbilly butcher down there, and this dude, he makes the best breakfast sausage I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm not. There's no fucking exaggeration. So
I want to make that.
Dude,
I'd like to experience that.
I'm telling you, man, it's the best. And I've brought it back home. I've had butchers here make Italian sausage and shit out of it. It's good though.
So we'll treat the pig as like a stepping stone.
Yeah.
And then we go to an alligator.
Yeah.
All right. Now, how do they hunt alligators actually?
Man, I've never done it. I've seen them do a bunch of different ways. I mean, catch them with like bait on a hook.
I know how they catch them commercially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as far as baiting up a tree. And
yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily commercial. I've seen them do that recreationally, and I've seen.
Like, they take you on a hunt, what are they doing? Are you smoking this thing with a bow and then fucking handline this thing?
See guys
or you
shoot them in the head with a gun, yeah.
But they don't get a lot of head out, so you're just hitting...
Between the eyes.
Yeah.
That's it. Or the bang stick, when how they fucking hit that bang stick on their head, and it kills them instantly.
I haven't seen the bang stick. I know what one is. That'd be like hitting in the studs, kind of same thing.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. But I want to do that too. I think that's...
So these would be the stepping stones as far as me saying big game hunting, and then like those would be like if I earn those, I do those.
Yeah.
Then where do we go next? Then do like
black bear.
Okay, we go.
You don't have to go far for black bear. Virginia.
I've been.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
I told that story. I could have shot one.
Yeah. North Carolina, they have them.
Okay, so we graduate. We graduate to the bear. Mm-hmm. Then we go.
I mean, I would love to go out west. I've been invited a couple times out west to go like elk hunting. I have buddies that go every September, August, September when the elk season starts, and they're out there in the bush camping for 10 days.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
And the reason I say the big game is because if I put a date, if I get a ticket or a lottery, whatever, get a tag. I know some are a lottery, some are you can get over the counter, for public land.
Yeah.
If we make that part real, right, then that challenged me to get in shape. You know what I mean?
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Get in shape for the hunt.
Yeah.
Get my bow dialed in, get me dialed in with the bow, then actual just in cardio shape, right?
Yeah, walking up and down those mountains and
then
shit.
I think the big thing that I really want to do it. There's two big things. So we're good to go? Is it charging? All right. Yeah. Two big things. Number one is what does that do for making?
Yeah.
Like when I set you think about all the hunting that's done here, the duck, the geese, and the deer, but then you're the family, I'm about to go to big game.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna take this dude on a level we're gonna go into the mountains and you have to camp you be like a real fucking man on this one. This is real shit.
Dude,
so that one is
that's important.
That one. It takes we said about upgrading the pedigree. That takes the pedigree up as far as a hunter, and to me it's it seems like it's so foreign. I'm that's gotta be. I don't think you can do it right. How do you even go about that? We don't live in that kind of stuff, right? No. And it's how do you even start? It's I don't. So I want to go figure that part out.
Yeah.
And then number two is like I said is the. I want my Cabela's magazine moment.
Yeah.
I want as a kid when I used to stare at that Cabela's magazine, just be this looks fucking crazy, man. I want to be in that. So I want to be in the moment looking around this looks like some shit.
Yeah.
Off of Calabellas.
Straight up postcard.
Like postcard.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm in the postcard moment.
Yeah, I know.
But with all that, so those are my two reasons I'd like to do that. As far as getting like starting a platform from him, and then how do I incorporate the family into that being a trip? Because the challenge is I'll be in the woods.
Yeah. So, this is something that comes up fairly often. I won't say fairly often, but enough. We'll go on trips. The perfect instance is we're in a couple weeks. We're heading back down to South Carolina. Okay. We're going on a family vacation. All four of us are going. We're just going to go down there. No real plan. We're going to have a stay at my buddy's Airbnb. We're going to have a lake day. just chill for 5 days. Mm-hmm. But there's like that little something nagging inside me that's like I gotta take advantage of my time down there.
You're too close.
So let me get like a half day hunting. Last time we were down there, we actually met a guy while we were out that runs dogs for pigs. Something I've always wanted to do. Yeah, and dogs. He's got these incredible pit bulls, and they GPS trackers chase these pigs down. They quarter them or catch them. They'll just grab them by the ear and the neck and shit.
I watched the video. It's gnarly.
Yeah. And then you go find the dog that's caught the pig and stab it with a knife. And and I'm gonna make that happen. We're down there. I texted a guy, said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be down. Is it gonna be too hot? It's the week of June 19th." He's like, "Nah, man. Let me know a week or two."
That's gonna be a crazy pumped up feeling.
Yeah, he's like, "Let me know a week or two ahead of time. I'll have some places baited up for you."
It is crazy to stab an animal.
And dude, so little Jerry, he knows what I do, where I go, and he's been deer hunting and goose hunting with me, little stuff. And he's only 5, but he's obsessed with pig hunting now too. Now he wants to go. I don't think I will.
Know, man. I would say I don't know.
Yeah, and for a couple reasons.
I would say you feel it first and see if it's sellable.
Yeah, because I can't expect him to like be run. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about him
or the danger of it.
All the walking, the danger of it, right? Snakes, if you get charged by a boar or something like that. Yeah. I'm worried about those things.
You can't be a dumb blind father.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Yeah, so there's a line there. I think you can't put your kid in danger. Now, if I was going out there and we were going to hunt in a nice tree stand, and because he's got like nice box blinds and stuff like that, if I knew that was happening, yeah, absolutely, I'll take him on that. But something that's borderline dangerous, I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to put him there. But dude, he's obsessed with it, and I know same thing with like fishing offshore. He wants to go out in the big boats, go tuna fishing, but I can't expect him to like put up with 12 hours. 60 miles offshore.
Most guys don't. Yeah, I get Snapchats of most guys puking, off the sides the whole time.
Yeah, but
you don't want to put them in a bad situation.
No, so you kind of got to like keep him interested, let him go on the things he can do that are enjoyable. Because I'm a firm believer that you can take it out of him. You know what I mean? You could. Just because I want him to go doesn't mean he should go.
Yeah.
If he goes on and has a really shit experience, he freezes or is miserable or he walks too much or is too hot, whatever the case may be.
You want to sell it correctly to him.
He's not going to want to go anymore. Yeah. So he gets to go a couple times, and as he gets older, he's more and more. My goal this year, honestly, is to have him shoot a deer. And he'll be 6, and get him set up with a 350 in a vise on a tripod. And get him disciplined this summer with it, and know about shot placement and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And so my goal this year is to actually have him shoot a deer. That'd be incredible, But I could set it up. I could put him in a comfortable spot. I can make sure it's not cold, and we don't have to be there for 6 hours.
So
sorry for like rambling on.
No. You're good. Who gives a shit? Mm-hmm. It's our fucking place to ramble.
Mine, bro.
So how do you think? First off, a thought that came to me is I think that Jerry and Macon could be hunting buddies.
I mean, I would hope it would happen.
We could do this together.
Yeah,
they could.
I was gonna say like you've gotten really busy, got a million things going on, and you've kind of stepped back from hunting a little bit.
I haven't hunted in 3 years.
Yeah, that's no way to be, bro. Can't do that.
I haven't slept. I haven't had a sleep in a tree.
Yeah,
but,
dude, that's the best naps. There's tree stand naps.
Oh my god, I don't know if anything's coming. I don't know if I'm snoring. Yeah,
dude, the tree stand naps hit different. But no, so you're gonna have to make it a point to get out this year. And I mean, how's Macon again? 3?
He's 3.
Yeah, so he's a little bit young.
But
what he can do is the prep.
And the fishing. The fishing is like that one.
Everybody starts with fishing. The easy stuff. It's warm. It's comfortable. You could talk, you know.
He wants to. We watch like. I love watching like Duck Commander, like the old videos of them. But he says poom. He's like, I want to poom a turkey. You know, I want to poom a bird.
I love it.
He knows what hunting is.
Yeah.
I show him the videos. He knows what hunting is. Like,
and then bringing things home to clean, right? So neither one of my kids have ever. I don't even think they know life without like, well, Dad's brings a deer home and skins it or cleans ducks and geese in the back of his truck. Like they just don't know any different.
Yeah.
So like just exposing them to that, because then the natural, I want to get with you.
Yeah.
Especially for boys. I mean, Jerry is like obsessed with it. And
it's cool shit as a kid. Like
I remember it. Begging my dad to take me hunting in fucking January, duck hunting. And I can't go. It's too cold.
Yeah.
Back then it was really cold. And being, 7 years old or 6 years old, whatever, and like, you can't come this time. Well, that's
so. Say we. So there's a combination of the family that I want to bring everybody, and the point that we're at now. So I definitely would like to start with the footsteps. Let's go pig. Let's go to gator, and make it family trips, because those ones we would walk out on. Those ones we would be walking out. We'd be back that day. The big game out west, we would go deep into. It would be us until our kids are much bigger.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
I mean,
yeah, like teenagers at least. Yeah, for sure.
That way, when I break my fucking leg, they can like run back and like, you know what I mean.
But dude, like we do have, and I'm not here to like pimp out Ryan and Ashley, but we have an opportunity that we could take families to Virginia in the fall and go bear hunting, deer hunting, and make it like a family camp.
Yeah.
And Ryan and I have talked about it. Like, hey, look, let's come here in November, December, bring the families. Wives want to hang out, get in a hot tub, drink wine.
And the tie is cool too.
Yeah,
that really makes it feel like more Cabela's like.
Yeah, and it's got comforts for the ladies.
Yeah.
Dude, that apartment that's there is incredible.
Yeah.
Did
you go into the cabin down on the hill?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to stay there. It's like all tucked away in the corner too.
We used to always stay there.
Yeah.
We stayed there before it was even renovated.
Really?
I actually dude, so like I said, we were always there as part of like the first movement to get everything going. So I actually cleaned a lot of that house out.
Oh yeah.
And I built a big fire, and I burnt a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, and they didn't want me to burn as much as I probably did.
Couldn't stop yourself.
Because I couldn't help myself. I'm cleaning this thing. I was on a mission because I was so excited about it. And I threw a bunch, dude. There was some crazy shit in that fire, dude. And I remember I was sitting on the porch, and Ashley comes, sits right next to me, and she's like, I was like, I'll just clean it, man. I got the, and dude, just talking, and she's like, you guys gonna throw? I'm like, nah, it's good. And a fucking can goes up in the air and just hits right on the steps. I'm like, I mean, there's a couple things in there.
Oh man. No, like
that is a good sellable one, and
because Kansas has been there. So she knows what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get Pete will tell you how it's been going.
Yeah.
So you have Pete to help you guide. Like, hey, I've been seeing them here. You can get set up for sure.
So Ryan has already talked to Pete and said, absolutely, it could be you could do it, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's already tentatively on the books.
Okay.
I think you wait till November, December when it gets a little chillier. But I looked at their seasons. They got a lot of opportunity to shoot deer.
They got a cool season. They're a little more, not year round, but they got like
there's a lot of gun season there.
There's a lot of floaters in there.
Yeah. So I think we should definitely make that happen. I think in like a 3-day, 4-day thing down there with the families is 100% doable. And
I am down with that. So boom, there's our first one.
Yeah.
How do we do the pig then?
I mean, dude,
what town? Where are we going? Like, how do I bring the family down? And how long will I be gone?
So, there's actually a really, really nice Airbnb that's, I think, 4 miles, probably not even 4 miles from my buddy's property in Abbeville.
Okay.
Like pig shit, South Carolina. So I always say there's nothing around, dude. The one county road you drive on that's half the distance to his property is dirt. It's a dirt road. We don't even drive the trucks there. We drive the side-by-sides from the house to the property, all on the road,
Yeah.
passing the cops. They don't give a shit. It's just, it's
Is
like
it-
going
is it-
back
is
in
it
time
legal
30
in
years.
South Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't care. I mean, I'm talking in a side-by-side,
Yeah.
AR-15s stacked up and waving to the sheriff.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. But this Airbnb, super cheap, really nice, renovated old farmhouse on like a nice piece of property. And the hosts are really cool. We've stayed there 3 or 4 years in a row. So we get down there and we'll just kind of jet back. All we do is hunt at nighttime. So daytime we'll just chill out, do whatever. Nighttime go out hunting. Never had the family there before. There's things to do a little bit further away. Clemson University is pretty close to there. So there's good restaurants and bars and stuff like that. Of course, our friends down there own restaurants as well. So there's always like a nice hangout, but it's still about an hour away.
I would say for these trips, like, they gotta be like 50 up. So whatever I'm doing needs to equally go to Candace as well. So is there anything for her, like if we all go down, us two as a group, like, what can the wives go out and do?
Man, I don't know. Other than go to a restaurant or a bar. Maybe there's a winery around there. I don't know. We don't, but it's...
Or research different areas, maybe closer to another spot or something.
I still, like, there's a lake. There's a lake that's probably 30 minutes away.
Okay.
So given the time of year, I think it's best in the winter because there's no food, so they come to bait a lot harder. But, I mean, we can make that happen whenever, honestly.
Okay.
My buddy would let that happen whatever.
Done. All right, so we got to figure out that part. Next, where do you go for gator hunting?
I would just go to Florida.
Go down to Florida. Okay, that's... Okay,
Yeah,
go all the way.
And I want to link up with somebody that knows what they're doing, too. You know what I mean? I don't think
that's a spot you want to fuck up in.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I would just try to, like, freelance it there for the first time, at least. I want to go...
No, there's a lot of predators there.
Yeah, so... I want somebody to take me gator hunting. So the downside is you're going to spend some money. You're probably going to spend a couple grand to get that to
how
happen.
much you think?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
I would imagine a couple thousand though. Yeah.
Okay. So we tackle South Carolina first, because here's the thing: when I say the big game, what I'm really saying is big life, like big moves, like.
No, I get you.
I like putting this shit on the board and like this date, like we are going to start, like.
Yeah.
Because I get tired of, I'm not talking shit on Delaware or Smyrna, but like I get tired of just sitting here or being here on a weekend. Like there's so much out there. I truly like thinking about, like, I just sleep and work here. It's just like this is a hub for me to go branch out, because the way you grow up in Delaware is you kind of learn, like, we are like, there's a bunch of shit around us. We're just a hub to get to other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's great opportunities here, especially for hunting. But when you do it, like, weekly from September to February, and it's deer, ducks.
I mean,
geese.
I will always love the marsh in the morning,
and it's great. Yeah, it's great. But people that are all around, and like I said, like I have a network that's my guy like in San Diego is like, oh well, they got mountain lion. They go mountain lion hunting. They got my buddy in South Carolina.
How much I would shoot a lion?
I 100% would, 1,000%.
That's the thing about let's go here. So for me to want to kill something, like I need to practice kneading it.
They eat them.
No, I'm saying kneading them.
Oh.
Like to knead it. Like when I used to hunt a lot, my diet was adjusted to eating that deer or eating a goose. Like I was eating clean. You know, like I wasn't like, I just fucking shot, so like we could get it in the freezer, have some stupid hot dogs. I'm like, this is like the thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because then I feel better about actually taking the animal.
Yeah, we have not bought grocery store meat or needed to buy grocery store meat in fucking a long time. Probably about a decade. Probably pretty close. I would say 8 years or so, because I'll kill just enough deer throughout the year. It's 4 or 5 deer usually is good for the entire year, and then the amount of ducks and geese and rabbits and fish that I catch,
I do love
and crabs that I catch,
and squirrels, chicken with a tree, dude.
Yeah, so all of that, and we don't need to buy commercial burger because we have fucking 100 pounds of deer burger in the freezer.
Gosh, dude, it's my favorite deer burger, deer hot dog. Yeah, dude, I do. Yeah. I have some good. I'm sad that I haven't got to hunt because one of my favorite is a deer burger, and I have a good recipe for a deer burger.
And I've eaten it so much that I don't want to sound like a snob or whatever, but then when if somebody makes or brings a fucking commercial ground beef from Acme or Food Lion, and then you eat that burger, it's like there's no fucking flavor.
It'll teach you real quick of like what the difference is. If you didn't know, you're like, it's almost like pre-built into you. Like your body knows, like, oh, this is the good shit.
Yeah,
this is like.
And then fish, like in the spring and summer, I catch a lot of fish. Tuna.
Dude, I loved. I mean, I've had a lot of fish, and I still love a striper fucking steak.
Love it.
It's like it's so good.
You know what I found out? I do like some people shit on is drumfish, black drum. I think black drum is good. It's real fishy.
That's like trying to hate on big white fish. I think like most grocery stores are.
And that's the thing. Like people are like, oh, it's fishy. Well, it's a fucking fish.
I never listen to people when they all. You want to talk about regurgitation?
It's gamey.
It's too gamey. It's oily. It's fishy. I'm like, you just had somebody. You don't even know. Someone told you that. Now you're trying to tell me that and you ain't even a good cook.
And that person will sit there and tell you that fucking tilapia is good. Like, get the fuck. It's a shit-eating fish. You want a tilapia, just go to Beck's Pond and drink some water, and that's what tilapia tastes like. Just fucking disgusting.
That fucking fly.
Jesus Christ.
What an aggressive asshole. Look at this guy. Just all up in their shit. You know what I mean? Just no respect for the podcast, you know?
But,
okay, so we go down to Florida, so they have to pick a Florida spot for gator. I'd like to get these on the books. Like, we figured these out. Now, it won't happen during summer. Summer is like, I do like chilling here. Summer, actually time to relax. But come fall time, let's start.
What we have to start with is Virginia, Union Hill. Because we have that. We don't have, you know what I mean? That's easy.
That's an easy one.
That's easy. South Carolina's pig hunting's easy. But I could literally call DJ right now and say, hey man, I got a buddy of mine. We're gonna come down for a couple days and pig hunt. And he would be like, you know the code. Go. Yeah. I'm still on my phone. I'm still hooked up to his trail cameras, so I'm like, I'm monitoring the pigs right now.
Yeah, that's cool.
What I mean? I know where
we used to do that with the Tide. They used to have. We always used to be linked onto They used to have a satellite camera out there.
Yeah,
and we used to see all kind of stuff on.
Yeah, so like that's something. Well, we got to get Pete on that. Apparently, he knows where everything is.
He does. That man he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
So once we tackle that, going back to creating the need to eat. Let's go back to big game. Like, what would I hunt next? I would like to see a moose. I would like to do an elk.
I got guys in Alaska too.
That would be fucking crazy to go up there.
I have a buddy that owns Airbnb up there. He's like, just get here. Just get here to Alaska. That's all I got to do.
What is...
And he's got a boat for halibut fishing.
Okay. But working that way, like, what would you hunt next? Like, after we hit a gator... We hit a bear. We hit the pig. What is?
I would probably
What's in Texas? What's out there? What crazy shit's out there?
They got all kind of exotics out there, them farms and shit. But if I went to Texas, I think I would really like whitetail because they're just known for big antlered whitetail out there.
You want to give them that leather chair, get down that power rail, and just be like, bro, all right, look, there's 200 fucking trophy deer down there. Pick the fucking best one.
Now, or honestly, man, I think it would be elk. Or go on an Alaskan trip.
Okay, but even before those, what's before that? So what else?
I don't think there's anything
in America. Like, what else do we have?
Oh, well, those are in America.
I mean, I'm saying as far as like your biggest ones are moose and elk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grizzly bear.
A grizzly bear. A grizzly bear.
Yeah.
So we're doing.
I mean, you're talking massive.
We're talking. They would eat us.
Yeah.
The other ones might scratch us up around here.
Yeah.
So grizzly bear. What's before? What's the next after? What's before?
I think on my list, my personal.
What's your list? What's your list?
So you're right on it. I actually told Pam a couple months ago. I said I think what I want to do next is black bear and gator because I think they're really within the realm of like possibilities, like proximity and cost and all that stuff, and like as far as like connections I have. And honestly, next it would be either elk out west because I have friends that go every year, Michigan. My buddy DJ's family's in Upper Peninsula, Michigan. So black bear up there, big deer up there,
Okay.
way up there near Canada. And then Alaska. Alaska is a big bucket list trip of mine. And the fact that I've got at least 2 separate people up there. I know Alaskan State Trooper that's up that way. And my buddy Travis, who's another realtor, become good friends with him. He's the one that's got nice fishing boat, Airbnbs. He's got a lot of good connections up there.
When you think about these animals that you want to take, like the one, so I think food forward. Like that's first in my mind. Like that's why I say the pig and the gator, because I don't want to shoot anything as I got it. I'm only thinking the food. No, I'm a fatty.
I'm 100%.
I'm thinking food for. That's why I'm like alligator. I'm like, yo, that I've had alligator bites. They're good. I don't know, but I'm like, let's get a whole one. Let's see what this thing's about,
dude. I mean, a whole alligator on a big pit barbecue, and then invite 50 of your friends over to eat that son of a bitch. That's living.
Yeah. So what? So, and then a big game, obviously, like an elk and a moose. Like we're still have to buy freezers.
No.
So how do you?
We can give it away. You got friends. You know what I mean?
Fuck them. You know what I mean?
I share.
I did all that work. Fuck them. They'll probably overcooking it. You know what I mean? Burning it up and shit.
So, dude, I tell people if I do share a lot of deer meat, a lot of wild game. Even to poor Pam says something to me.
I do like when I have a party, like I come over, like, and I will sneak on motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, got to.
Like people are like, oh, I would never eat. Do you like my hot dogs? Oh, those are good. It was deer. Like,
yeah.
The deer burgers, I sneak on people.
Yeah. Or the chili, put it in chili or stew. Oh my god, stew's so good.
But let this fly. This motherfucker doesn't fly by. I'm fucking just.
So we see freak out. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely food first, man. But like I like sharing it. When I do give to somebody that might not be exposed to wild game as much, I'm like, look, if I'm giving this to you, it's because I care about you. Like I don't take this shit lightly. I don't take if I want to give you a hunk of a backstrap from a whitetail or a pound of fucking burger.
That's for.
I do not take this lightly. Like this is sacred.
That's
to
the
us.
people you have beer with.
Yeah, this is exactly. This is sacred to us, right? So here's what I want you to do. First, you're going to promise me that you're going to eat this. Right? It's not going to sit in the back of your freezer for a year until it goes bad and you're going to throw it out. Right? Second, let's talk about how we're going to cook it. If I give you a nice backstrap, don't chop this thing up, cook it too well done, and then tell me it tastes like shit. Right? We're going to treat this like the best cut of beef, of aged ribeye that you've ever had.
Yes.
And you're going to cook this nowhere past a medium rare. You know what I mean? And this is how you're going to eat it. And they got to know that it's like, we don't just go out and shoot a bunch of things just to say we have it, right? Yeah. And we're a firm believer of like we have Thanksgiving every day because we're thankful for all these things, right? We try not to waste anything, right? So, and I do take it seriously when I'm going to share it with you. So that when I do share with somebody, because I don't just throw it out to anyone, I give it to people that I do care about and that I know that are appreciative of it. You know what I mean? Same thing with fish. I mean, we catch a lot of tuna fish in the summertime and we only eat it fresh. I'll take with the tuna.
So good.
I'll take the tuna that I could eat raw within 5 days, right, or as pan-seared or something, and everything else I just give away because I don't want to freeze it. So I'm gonna share it to my people.
You don't want to ruin it. Like if I can give you a better experience of trying, 100%. I'm going to give it to you now. Yeah. I'm not going to freeze it.
No.
Yeah, it's so much better if you try this now. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to sell of an experience, it can only happen right now as it's fresh. Yes. It's totally different than if I freeze this motherfucker and then you try to eat it later.
Yeah, 100%, man. And or like even as I don't want to say downplay it, but like catching a bushel of crabs on a Saturday and then inviting your friends over.
That's the best.
That's a big experience.
So I would say only who else has that along the coast as somewhere else? Like here would be crawfish. I mean, here would be crabs. Going down south would be crawfish.
Yeah, Louisiana, stuff like
that.
So
I guess there's really like part of the country that's like when someone goes out and gets that, it's like you invite everyone over. And I've been so appreciative of people who come over.
Yeah.
And even people that bought because you know they spent good money on crabs.
Yeah.
They're like, come on, man. What's your name, man? Come on, eat them. Like, so you like meet people over crabs, like, and you know, like that's a person that's like, damn, I gotta like respect, like,
it's Thanksgiving.
Then don't be going there and fucking disrespecting the crab. Don't be fucking leaving me. You know what I mean? Like
that's a whole nother discussion.
That's a whole. You know what I mean? Don't be a bad.
But like, dude, if I go out and I have a great morning and catch a bushel of crabs or half a bushel of crabs, and then I go down the street to Billings or something like that and get, a dozen ears of corn, fresh local stuff, and you invite all your people over to have that little celebration and break bread and have some beers and all that stuff. It means something. It's deeper than what it looks like.
It's very
I mean?
communal. And you're like providing for everyone.
And
it's a moment of appreciation. And
it is. Even when you're not like actively like selling that's what it is. It's the equivalent of like you caveman or Native Americans or whatever, you bring back a kill and everybody celebrates around a campfire. We're around the campfire celebrating, singing and dancing. It's just a 2023 expression of that. We're celebrating what we did, and it's bringing a community together. Right?
Yeah, someone usually offers to bring something like, oh, okay, you got that. Let me bring some sides, or I'll bring this. Or let me grab the beer. Let's all big pot. Let's get it in. And kind of coming full circle, right, to exposing our kids to that. I'm really passionate that everybody, and it's my duty as a parent to expose my kids to this stuff, because, I mean, I'm not saying hunting is for everybody, but everybody should know about it, should appreciate it. You should not be sheltered from it. You should not be, the kids don't need to see blood or you butchering an animal or gutting. No, they should. Because, look, my kid's just like every other kid. It's going to eat a cheeseburger or a fucking, nugget, something like that. But you have to know that nugget still started with a knife and a gut pile. You know what I mean? It still started with killing something so we could eat. It would be weirder for my kid not to know, like that.
I think
not want to know or act like it doesn't. That seems weak and weird to me.
Weird, fucking, and
especially when you're just, it's all there.
Yeah,
we're all gonna die.
I mean,
it's all part of it's all learning how It's not. It's also teaching death. It's teaching
it's irresponsible. It's irresponsible not to expose your kid to that.
Yeah. And appreciate how real it is when you shoot this animal.
Yeah,
this is real, bud.
No, for sure. And
we're not out here to fucking just shoot shit.
No, not at all. And life is sacred.
Yeah.
And even we shoot a lot of deer and a lot of birds and all that stuff. And you shoot a deer, you still feel a little something. You still got some reverence in you. And it's a big fucking deal to take a life, right?
Yeah.
So those are the things that are important, I think, for kids to know about. And it's irresponsible to hide your kids from that reality. And it sucks that today in 2023 that there's a lot of families out there that shelter their kids from that or look down on it. And we're losing that primitive aspect of growing up to those things.
Yeah,
well, we don't need to.
Meanwhile, it's a huge commercial wacky ass farming that's just literally fucking up animals.
It's disgusting. The commercial farming is fucking disgusting.
Show us that. You sure you don't like the hunting? You sure you don't like the single animal I took?
Well, it's sad that parents just tune it out. They just pretend it doesn't exist. And now I don't even think about that. I just go to the grocery store and I grab my steak off the shelf.
People say that, do they? Really say, I don't want to know about it.
At least they're admitting it. At least they're admitting that they're just burying their head in the sand and act like this don't exist.
Like they don't grow chicken breasts.
No, man, and it's and the shit
that shitty ass chicken truck that you see going down the highway. That's your chicken breast.
Yeah, dude.
Them dirty ass birds going down the road. Someone has to process them things.
Or the commercial pig farms. Where, just
dude, the big fucking hammer comes out, and then they fucking electrocute the shit. Yeah. Done. Fucking Jimmy Dean sausage coming up.
It's
dude,
crazy.
That one I've dove deep in all those. And that pig one is probably one of the saddest ones.
And the cows too. It's disgusting. And so I would rather go down to South Carolina once or twice a year, kill a pig or two, right? I go down, I kill it, I know where it came from, I gutted it, I cleaned it, right?
Yeah.
It's made into a bunch of sausage and chops and loins and stuff, and then I bring it home and I put it in my freezer, and then we eat on it throughout the year or the however many months it takes to get through it, because I know where that came from. And I'm not saying I'm above eating the shit, right? I eat chicken wings all the time. We buy bacon. You know what I mean? I eat whatever, but I don't pretend that shit doesn't exist.
You know what you don't do with that food is you don't waste it.
No.
If more people were aware of where their food that they get every day was coming from, and then if they were actually hunters and they slow down and say, we don't need all that. And I'm also not going to waste what I just got for myself.
Yeah.
If more people hunted, you wouldn't need all these big ass. You don't even need all that food anyway. They would say, we're just trying to keep up with the demand. I'm like, the demand isn't real.
Yeah.
Especially if we're wasting over 50% of the food anyway.
I know.
I've never thrown away deer. I've never been like, oh fuck, you didn't finish your steak. Fuck it. I'm like, bro. Like if you come over to my house, and I like going back to that. If you come over to my house, and you fucking, I don't give people steaks. I will cut up like you can take. You ain't wasting my shit. Like I ain't trusting you with a full piece. You know what I mean? Like, so you don't come over like, let's say like the crabs. You can go to someone's houses and just bang the shit out of the crab with the hammer and waste your shit, flicking stuff everywhere.
No, man,
you know what I mean?
that ain't no way to be. Dude, I just thought of this kind of off top a little bit, but you remember, I think is what happened, like 3 or 4 years ago, we were all over the Judy's, we were all over Soft's house.
Yes.
And you served up the roadkill deer, right? What kind of roadkill deer you served up?
Probably.
You had on deer steaks and everybody's talking about how good it was and all that. Because you don't want to waste anything. You were part of it. You saw the deer or saw you hit or whatever. You were there in the moment.
People thought I was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They're like, you're fucking eating roadkill? I'm like, it's not roadkill. I'm like, it's an animal jumping across the road.
Right.
Car hits the back legs.
Right.
I have to watch the state trooper come out, shoot it right then and there. I'm like, this is free food.
I mean,
like, you know how hard these things already get?
Yeah. So you got 50 pounds of like great protein right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm not eating the swollen deer that's on the side of the road that's been like flies all over it. You know what I mean? Like,
no. Well, nobody at that party cared.
Nobody.
I'll tell you about that.
I don't sell.
I remember hearing a lot of people raving about how good that deer steak was.
Yes.
I mean,
that's all. And I love taking a moment to try and change people's minds.
Yeah.
Because like, isn't it gonna be gamey? Isn't like, like rubber? I'm like, because you had bad experiences.
Yeah.
That happens a lot of times with fish. People used to always tell me, "Oh, bluefish are like really oily, gamey." I'm like, the fuck. Like I went to a Ben 66 and Forgotten Mile, and they had that shit on smoked.
Yeah.
And on some crackers and shells. Like, no, this is
smoked.
bluefish. I'm like, this is the shit. People were telling me, regurgitating wrong information to me.
No.
I'm like, this shit is banging. And you can catch them by the fucking dozens.
Fresh bluefish, any way you cook it, is going to be delicious.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you talk about smoked bluefish dip. My buddy makes it. It's fucking incredible, man. Yeah, on a cracker.
Isn't it crazy how people get caught on like, oh, they're not good.
Even if it wasn't good, there's a way to make it good.
There's a way to make it
fucking
good.
Figure it out.
Most time, if you low and slow that bitch, you can turn anything into good.
Dude, I mean, there's people that are like, oh, you're going to eat that drumfish? Like, yeah, I ate it. And I had it. We fried some up. I made some just grilled for fish tacos.
Yeah.
All different kinds of ways. And it's fucking good. It's fresh fish. I didn't freeze it. It didn't sit in the refrigerator for 6-7 days. You know? I hope we catch a couple tonight.
I do miss, one of the things I do miss is, if we ever get to camp together, you can see me in my all natural state. I'm a low footprint guy, like the cooking wise, it's just like one pan. I'll make the whole thing out of fucking just leaves and twigs. And dude, I'll go fishing, bring the fish back, we make the fish tacos with I love if I get in that water and catch I only need three smallmouths. Just there's nothing better than like, hey, the place we're at is real. I got these fish. Like this is what it looks like because the people, they never get to see that. And they're always like, you're really gonna eat those? I'm like, that's real water. That is how people that's real.
That's why that fucking thing is there.
That's why it's there. They're really living in there. How do you think you're getting your sushi? It came out of water too. Like just because now you're on site, you think like, I don't think we're supposed to eat them.
No.
Like, yeah, you are.
And that's why I made it such a big deal to celebrate when Jerry brought back that.
That was your moment to, either fuck that moment up, or you can't be like, even though you want to eat a bass, you're like, you can't turn it down. How the bass good? I know
it was good. I mean, it was decent. Yeah,
do they get a little bit of muck in them, like a little bit
like pondy taste, but I don't give a shit. Oh, I'm gonna take that joy away from him, and he got it. He got that moment, right?
That's a cool moment.
Of catching, killing, eating, right? Cleaning it on the tailgate, cooking it up, eating it, sharing it with the elders, right? That's a whole big fucking moment. That's a big deal, and so you're trying hard to keep that seed and keep it growing. You know what I mean? Because I feel that's our responsibility is to pass that on.
It's and it also provides these really like I want like our sons to learn how to be the guy who can provide. Like if he's like is he the guy, he's gonna be the ultimate dude. So if he goes camping, these guys are fucking like in college and go out camping. Like I want my son to be the guys like I just came back with 3 fish. Here's some women over here. And they're gonna be like, oh, little Jerry, little Megan. Okay, this motherfucker cooked fish. Frying it up was like, yeah, I'm a man. Got my cigar, a little whiskey. And they're like, oh, this guy's a dude.
And I hope the same thing for my daughter.
I don't want him like, is there hot dogs? Like, no, I don't know. I want him like, I just caught these motherfuckers. Like, I'm ready to rock. Also, I brought my cast iron pan. You know, I stay with this thing.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And like the girls got to know too. And one, like, and let's not get this twisted. I think girls should hunt just as much as same as the boys. Hunt, fish, all that stuff, right? Now I can see it. I know like Jerry is naturally way more fired up about it and into it, excited than Charlotte is, but still, she's not hidden from it. She's not sheltered from it. She's not scared of it. She's not like grossed out by it. So,
do you have to find maybe like what she likes?
I know. I mean, she likes going with me. You know, I know she likes crabbing a lot.
She likes to crabbing.
Yeah, I know she likes crabbing because it's more action packed. You know what I mean? She's like, fishing's a little boring. You know, but it's you know, I think
girls
kids get bored.
probably don't like the. Do women not like? I guess this is. Put my fucking foot in my mouth, but can women sit still long enough? And is that not their design to sit still? Like, look,
Charlotte sits way better than Jerry.
Really? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
I just think it's like a grown woman. Like, you want me to sit down here for 4 hours in the quiet?
Yeah. Pam did that. We went deer hunting together. Sat on a blind, had a heater, she had her book. She was relaxing. We shot a deer. It was great.
What'd you do in between?
Nah, man, we kept her PG.
Okay.
We kept her PG.
It's hard, man. Look.
Yeah.
I can still remember. Candace was like, her and Pam were talking about what they did over the weekend. And was like, Tom took me on a 4-wheeler ride. And Pam was like, oh yeah, Jerry takes me on those too.
Gotta be a dude, you know?
You know what I mean?
Oh man, how old am I time? What are we looking at here? Oh,
we
10:58. Man, we just ran away from us.
Fuck it. Hey, look. I like this round. She's going to be like, I got an estimate in 2 minutes. That's how Daddy rolls.
Yep. Same. I got to get the kids in 2 minutes. So
this is good though. So let's research the alligator.
Alligator. Set a trip up. Dates.
Look,
with the hoagies.
The pig thing though. It got to be something for the women though.
Figure it out.
Got to sell the whole trip. They can't be fucking this trip up. You know, they're like, well, we guys are going to go hunt and we leave us here with the kids. Like, so everybody wins.
Yeah.
I want everybody to win.
I like it. All right, let's make it happen.
And then we'll figure the rest out.
All right.
So,
wrap it up. Thanks, bro.